Welcome to this Zentangle Quickie. My name is Heather Hartwick Gladden. I'm a Certified Zentangle Teacher, and today we're going to take a look at the Tangle Tufted by Cyndi Knapp. This is another fairly recent release from tanglepatterns.com, and it's a neat one. There's one that it's similar. I mean, there's some of the other ones that that Linda mentions on the page that it's similar to. My brain is stuck on. There's another one yet, and it'll come to me. But it's still neat. It's unique enough to be featured there, so that's good. Now, interesting. The first 4 steps are in making the grid, which is interesting and kind of cool. All right. I am going to just do a 4 square. Do take a look at the For More Inspiration link. Number 1, you can take a look at the step out. But probably more importantly is to look at all of the gorgeous samples that Cyndi provides there. Gives you neat ideas on how you can use it. Some really different ideas, because a lot of things like this, you could kind of take it as a fragment, and it looks like, let's see, it's the second one, one right after where she shows the inspiration. Yeah, just take a look. It's really cool. All right, so starts off with you making a regular old square, checkerboard type grid. Like I said, I'm going to do a 4 square. Now, before you do this, though, because I have run into this trouble before, especially when we're taking whatever the grid size is and then dividing it. You can, if you have an 003 pen or something, then you're all right. Or maybe even just an 005 versus maybe just the 01. But it's just a caution. All right. So here's the first, or actually what this makes it step 2. So you have your grid, however it's going to be. Then we're going to subdivide that grid. So I'm going longwise first in half, and then turning it, putting these in half again. So imagine if you set out, because I would, and I say this because I would do this, and I have done this. I might start off with a grid this size, or maybe just a smidge bigger. And then it's like, oh no. For instance, go look up Nzeppel on my YouTube channel here. And you will look at my step out, and you will see a great example of just that. I totally have to go and redo that one. But I leave it because it's funny. All right, now, there is a little bit of a trick to this, because at first glance, at step 3, it's like, oh, I'm just going to put diagonal lines. Nope. So, yeah, well, yes, but nope. So, skipping this one, we're going to alternate. So, skipping that first box, and then putting that diagonal in, and if you look at it, think about it this way, right? And then we're going to skip this row, and then here. Now, let me also give you a little, I don't know, this is my secret. It's not necessarily a secret, but if your grid is not, dare I say, the P word, perfect, and you just set a diagonal, you might miss some of the intersections. So what I like to do is go from intersection to intersection and just kind of make a pause. And then, if I need to redirect the line, then I do. And so if the line ends up a little bit weird, overall, that's okay. The bottom line is we want that cross or the diagonal in that box, if that makes sense. Okay, then feel free to turn your tile. So the empty boxes, we're going to do the same thing, but the diagonal is going in the opposite direction. And you might think me silly for sharing all of this and going into such detail with this. But, like I said, as I was doing it, I'm like, well, wait a minute. That's okay. I was about to do it, what I said. And so that's why I wanted to emphasize that. Just trying to save you from yourself. That's all, you know. I've got your back. All right. So, and if you're laughing, thank you. All right. Next. Also interesting, because my just you know, at a glance, it's like, oh, look at, and then we're gonna you know, put like rounding. We're gonna put, you know, a box in the center of all of these. No, we're not. If you look carefully, where they come in like an asterisk, but only when there's 4 coming in. And this, you know, you could do rounding and like curve it, or just make, you know, a little, you know, cut those off like that. In some of hers, it almost looks like an orb. I mean, I'm gonna go out on a limb and say this is Zentangle, and if you want to do a different shape in the middle, you go right ahead. So again, just where there are 4 lines intersecting, that's where we are filling in the center. And then we'll get these 4, and then we'll have these little partials on the outside. So just thinking, well, that's not 4, that's only 3, right? If you imagine it going on, it would be that. Because as you can see, it's like intersection, skip an intersection, intersection, skip an intersection. Same thing here. Intersection, skip, and then filling in here. And we'll turn and rinse and repeat. And then, of course, you know, we have all of these spaces, you know, that, you know, I mean, you can have as much fun with it as you want. If you take a look at Linda Farmer's thumbnail on Tangle Patterns, that's the first thing you see there up there in the upper right when you go to the link, the For More Inspiration link. You'll see she put some things. Let me go back and look. Yeah, she puts, wait a minute. What did she do? Oh, no. Oh, okay. So she did some different alternating. So she did, you know, big, like, diamonds, and then this row would be smaller. Looks like orbs. So anyway, I mean, you can play however you want to play. And that's why I like you to go look, just to explore. But I like to I like to replicate what was what they've already done, and then play. That's how I like to do things. All right. So there it is. Now this one, it's one of those, I was trying to figure out, well, how do I want to shade this anyway? And so my thought was, I'm just going to shade the whole thing. And you can kind of see, so I guess there's a couple ways. You could go, pick grid lines to go on. Ooh, this one, actually, you know what? We could go on diagonals. Oh, wait a minute. 1 second. Do you love it? Well, I hope you do. And I was going to say, and it doesn't matter because I am who I am. Like, you like how I just come up with things just on the fly because it just occurred to me? Yeah. Let's see, because I'm looking at the cushions that she was looking at. Okay, so here's the thing. So you can do the perimeter of wherever this is filled in. I am really feeling the need to do this, though. Oh, actually, you know what? I can do it both ways. Because the perimeter is nice. And as a monotangle that finishes it off nice. You notice how I'm being sloppy. Because I'm going to just spread this out kind of to the outside. I could use a little bit more graphite there. All right. So that's one way. You could also put the graphite on the exterior, of your section and blend it to the inside. It creates a different look. But yeah, I was really, after I said it, I'm really itching to do this. Because a lot of grid patterns, that's what we'll do, is we'll just do it on the grid line and it creates a neat look. And I'm just kind of doing a back and forth motion so that way it spreads the graphite fairly evenly to each side. All right, now let's do the other. I've got to get a holder for this pencil. It's getting almost too small. Almost, I say. All right, let's do this. Neat. Neat. So you can have a lot of fun with that. I don't think I would do, well, you could. I'm just thinking, I don't think I would. I wouldn't do both grid lines. I mean, you could do the ones that, these ones, the horizontal vertical ones versus the diagonal ones. That's up to you. It's just going to be a little bit different look. Let's see. All right. Stop playing. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Could go, I'm just thinking, I could go darker for a little bit more dramaticness, but I like it. And I hope you do too. So if you enjoyed it, please click on the like button. And if you liked it enough to see more, I would love to have you be a subscriber to the channel. In that description section, I've already mentioned the step outs. I always do my own version and then link to the creator of the Tangle. Below that, ways to connect with me. So if you really like this and you would like to, connect, do classes, things like that, I do teach twice weekly. A lot of them are free. I do have some that are paid. You'll see that information on my website and also my Facebook page. That link is there as well. And a link to our Tangle Addicts Facebook community. If you would like to be part of the conversation and the extra fun, we'd love to have you join us there. We have a really active group of tanglers and so supportive, so nice, just a wonderful group. Would love to have you. So you can click that link. There are 4 questions that you have to answer in order to gain entry. And I think that's it. So with that, thanks so much for watching, and I wish you happy tangling.